Hey YouTube, NCG here, bringing to you guys a deck profile on Chaz. So, just like I did with the previous deck profile on my Cyber Ojama idea, there will be a correction update to that deck profile. Just giving you guys a slight tweak to that profile, to make it correct in a way. The original concept in that profile though is still there, and it will be explained in the profile. That will be going up at some point, but or is already up. I'm not entirely sure. That profile's all over the place at the moment, but it is coming to you guys, don't you worry. But this is a profile completely devoted to our Chaz, our Thunder Ojama Thunder, Manjome Thunder, all of that. As like he's a cool character, so I'm happy that he got some really amazing support, giving the deck a perfect meld of the Arm Dragon and the Union machines, with the Ojamas being the glue that holds them together, and I think that's a brilliant concept. Though at the same time, I am interested in making two separate profiles. So this is going to be the complete Chaz, and then I will actually make a Armed Dragon Ojama build and a Ojama Union build. Because, you know, I was thinking of it one day, and I'm like, you never saw Chaz ever use both at the same time, as far as my memory goes. So I'm thinking Chaz actually had two decks, both using Ojamas, but one focusing on Arm Dragon, one focusing on the XYZ. So I will be doing all of them. I will bring you guys all of them. But as I said, this is the complete deck, enabling you access to the Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon. So I'm going to run through the deck and explain my choices and my text ideas and why I picked them. So to start off, we have 10 Ojamas of 2 greens, 2 yellows, 2 blacks, 3 blues and 1 red. I think this is a really nice consistent ratio in my personal opinion. You gotta have at least 2 of the vanillas, just in case you open one, so you can still resolve over Oja magic. I think 3 blue is a nice, also a good ratio for it, because at the worst case scenario is probably your best set and pass turn play. As much as you don't want to do that, Ojama blue is that nice set and pass turn play, because if it is destroyed by battle, you get 2 Ojamas, Ojama cards. So you add your modification and your Oja magic, and then you can go off from there. I do think 1 red is just like the perfect number for this guy, other than unless you're playing like a pure Ojama build, then you'll play 3 of them. Because in that case scenario where you do resolve over Ojama magic, you can just summon red, summon all of your Ojamas, and you can go into Sayuja and then go off from there. So I think a nice 10 Ojama ratios is really good and consistent, because it's not then as cloggy and you get the Ojamas when you need them. So next, for everything else, we play 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 1 X, 1 Y and 1 Z. This is your machine union, minus the X head cannon. I wish they could just like give this guy an effect retrain of the union, making it so he's always counted as X head cannon or something like that, just so that he works with union hanger. But still, this is a nice ratio. The A, B, and C is your big power play. It's the one where it's the most consistent, where you can make your links and then summon your A, B, C, go into like A to Z Dragon Buster, and so on and so forth. You can constantly like abuse A, B, C, just like literally use these guys to their best. But you want to play one of the others, just so that you can make your X, Y, Z, your others if you have to. And then go into like your VWXYZ, your A to Z, your Catapult, Arm Dragon. So you got to play at least one of these guys. Maybe in the more Union Ojama build that will be coming, I might up these to 2 just to focus on it a bit more, or completely go the other way around, focus on these guys a lot more and like less on these guys. We'll see how it goes. And then for the Arm Dragons, I just play literally 1 7 and 1 5. You don't want to brick with these guys. You're going to be searching them off your Ojama matching. So this is just a nice ratio. Once you resolved level 7, then you can you have the ability to go into Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon. So long as you resolved summoning condition, it's perfectly fine. So you only play 1 level 5. You could probably up him up to 2 if you want to, but it's a bit of a kind of situation. I guess you could take out Ojama Red for a second level 5. It's completely personal preference. So those are monsters, 21 monsters. For the spells, we played 2 Union Hangers, 1 Terraforming. You don't want to clog with this too much. In the Ojama Union build, you could up this to 3. But in this build, you only want to have it at 2. And you play the Terraforming, so you kind of got 3 Union Hangers. 3 Ojama Simulation. This is your best power play to get to your ABCs, to your XYZs. This is literally the one you want to resolve all the time. 3 Ojama Magic. It literally searches all your vanillas as soon as it's discarded, it's all popped. And there's many ways for us to do it. One of the best ways is Ojama Match, because you can just literally send Ojama Magic, add one of your armed dragons and like a blue or a red, and then you can go off from there. So Ojama Match is probably the best way to discard this card with. But I do play 2 Dark World Dealings, and this is a very weird card to probably a lot of you guys, and I can understand that. It's a very iffy situational card, but in testing I was like, I need more ways to discard Ojama Magic. I just didn't have any, but that still gave the deck a bit of consistency. So I thought I'd tech in the Dark World Dealings just to see how it goes, and testing was actually doing really well, because it literally does what you want it to do. You want to resolve Ojama Magic, and Dark World Dealings does that. Yeah, your opponent can probably fix their hand as well by using it, but I'd rather resolve the Ojama Magic and have the risk of my opponent fixing their hand than not resolve Ojama Magic and have my opponent go off. So it's kind of like you got your ifs and your buts, your way ins and way out. So that's why I'm taking the Dark World Dealings only at 2. I did have it at 3, but I wanted to take in the fusion tag just to go into the Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon. You've got to go into Catapult Cannon, and to do that you have to at least have named Tiger Catapult. So I played the fusion tag to literally make anything else VW, to then contact views with Dragon Cannon to make your Catapult Cannon. And then the 1 Monster Reborn, we have a good few amount of monsters that we can actually revive. Like your Armed Dragon, if you discard it somehow or something like that. Your ABC is an amazing card to revive. Your Lynx at times can be really good to revive. So Monster Reborn is a nice one off. For traps, I literally play 1 Warning and the 3 Ojama Party. Other than the Dark World Dealings and Ojama Match is your best way to also resolve Ojama Magic. The only problem is that it's a trap, so you have to wait a turn. But you got to play 3 Ojama Party in all the builds. So for the extra deck is very straightforward, toolboxy kind of extra deck. You have your 3 boss monsters, your big boss monsters. Of your Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon, your A to Z Dragon Buster Cannon, and your V to Z Dragon Catapult Cannon. Then you have your one that you're going to be going into a lot, which is ABC Dragon Buster. Your 1 XYZ Dragon Cannon, your X Tank Cannon, your Y Dragon Cannon, and your YZ Tank Cannon, and then your VW Tiger Catapult for your fusion tag, and then your your needed links of the Sayuja. It's the bigger boss monster to go into. Also gives your little guys a little buff, and also makes your big guys even bigger. Your Decode Talker is the one you're literally going to all the time. As soon as you resolved Ojama Simulation to its fullest, of banishing 3, you get your 3 pieces. You make your Decode Talker, then you make your AVCR under that. Your 1 Underclock Taker is just a good generic link too, as well as Proxy Dragon after you've gone for a deep Underclock Taker, or your Link Spider. And that's the deck, guys. I hope you all enjoy this Chaz.deck, kind of a ambiance to him, or I don't know the word for it, but you know what I mean. So, but stay tuned. In the future there will be 2 separate builds. of the Armed Dragon Ojama and the Ojama Union. So until next time, guys, have fun.